We're live.
I'm live. We're not going to talk about this hair journey that we're on right now that some other people are trying to emulate. Uh, hmm. So let me see. Leanne, do me a favor. Can you go over to the Facebook real fast? Because it's telling me it's having some trouble with the Facebook.
Mm, I don't see it up yet.
See it there? Okay. So let's see. I see it's we apologize for some backroom stuff. I see it says live video starting and it must not have started. I wonder if I do it now, will it pop on? Let's see. Oh no, it's connected to live streaming. Okay, so it must have got stuck because it says live connecting here. Let's see if there's anything I can do here. Okay, it's saying the same thing. Go ahead, Leanne. Start it up. I'll try to do this. You can talk to Vaughn.
Hey Lee,
Hey, Mom, what's up?
how much you got designated to be my friend today?
I
Mm-hmm.
drew the
Yep,
short stick.
yep, you got to be on your best behavior. Well, what's going on?
Nah,
What? What you mean, nah, nah?
nah, that ain't my style.
Oh man, Lee, you've been
What's
giving me a hard time these last couple weeks. Is there something you want to talk about? Do we need to bring in a third party?
Hey guys,
Oh, there she is.
Hey, Doc?
Her excitement is impeccable.
how are you?
Great,
Good.
great,
Oh, I'm
good.
so glad to hear that. Everyone well?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody
Mm.
good. I gotta put on my glasses. I can't see nobody. Oh, there you are. There they
I'm
is.
ready to put mine on too, Vaughn, because my eyes are tired from being on the computer all day.
Yep. So yeah, I was just looking at images moving. There was no face. No face.
Well, I'm glad I'm not that bad. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. I'm looking on my phone. I'm usually on the computer. Mm-mm.
You gotta get the LASIK, Vaughn.
Mm. You want me? You know what? I'm really considering it. Something
I
got to be
got it
done.
done about, man, it had to be about 15 years ago.
It's still working. You don't need a tune up.
Yes.
No
No, not at
overtones. Nothing.
all. My vision's like 20, I think it was like 2010 after it was done.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna talk to them.
Yes, it was the best. I mean, it's an interesting surgery because you're awake
Mm-hmm.
and your eyes have to be open, of course, for them to work on your
Mm-hmm.
eyes. That's kind of had I don't know, it had me skeeved out.
For real. Yeah, I did do something risky this week. My
Okay.
so my children's mother, she lives next, not too far from a friend of mine, female friend of mine, that was moving out, and I was like, "Look, let me use your truck. It's wider, so I can use your truck to move this fish tank." She's like, "All right," because we've been like doing this ancestry thing, so we had to talk a lot, trying to do this. Cordial. We get in
Mhm.
the. She pull up, and I'm like, "All right, am I dropping you off?" She's like, "Oh no, I'm taking you. I don't trust you." So, look, we pull up. We pull up. I laugh. We pull up. The girl and Sue, they met maybe 15 years ago, and it
Mhm.
was when I was shooting something I was shooting, and I had to go pick
Blanks?
up my son and daughter. Yeah. Mhm.
We know it ain't there.
Mm-mm.
There it is.
Long story short, she was like, Sue, she was like, when she looked at me, she said, I spoke real quick. She said, because when she looked at me, she looked right through my soul. I said, what? She said,
Wow.
she's pretty and she spoke real nice. She said, but I could see that monster sitting behind her face, just waiting. I was like, I don't know why. I don't know why she would be like that. She was like, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. I said, we just. Mm-mm. I told her though. I was like, yeah, I'm bringing tsunami. That's what we call it.
Oh wow.
I'm bringing tsunami. She was like, oh my god.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's one of my rooms.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's
And
full.
it was funny when she was telling, like when she told me later, because like I seen her today, and she was like, "Yo, you know," she looked at me crazy. I was like, "For real?" She was like, "Yo," she looked right through my soul and was smiling. Don't make no sense. I'm cool.
I mean, you can tell a lot if you know looking into people's eyes.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what she
tell a
said.
lot.
She said she looked dead in her eyes, like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Yo,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
crazy baby mom, man." It turned out to be a good weekend though. I was
Good.
laughing about that all day.
That what they say, the eyes are the windows of the soul.
Listen,
Look into my
Rob
eyes.
door.
Tell me what you see.
Mm.
Some people act like they don't see the crazy in people's eyes.
You don't see the crazy until you.
Yup.
Rarely.
Yeah.
Or
You'll see it
you're just
afterwards.
not looking in the eyes.
Right.
Yeah, we agree. Agree.
Come color glasses.
Yes, for sure. Because if you looked for 5 seconds, you would see it.
Look.
As soon as you get done, as soon as you be like, dang, she crazy. I see it in there. I see it in her. How did I miss this?
I was blinded. God set us up with that one, then. You'll see till much later.
All right, let's get this thing started. So, welcome back to another edition of Nothing But
Answers.
the place to come to get all the answers that you need. We have the answers that you're looking for. Keep looking. Here are the answers we'll be given. Now, the caveat. What you do with those answers is up to you. We're not responsible for what happens if you listen to us. That's on you. Just let you know. So it may not go the way we said it. We may be totally wrong, but we're gonna give you an answer. So hey, let's get to this week. We see Vaughn. You said you were moving, and looking into somebody's soul, and you had two old and new together. That I don't know how that.
It was old and old. It was just a friend, and then the baby, the ex.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you weren't with both of them,
right? No, it's just
okay. Gotcha. I thought it was like the.
Oh no, I would never. Because the chicks I know they like to fight, or baby mom like to fight. I ain't got time for it.
That's why I would. I like to see a fight.
Oh my goodness.
I don't mind a good fight every now and then.
Not now. This week I would not this week.
Not this week.
Nah, we have to do that another time. In the summer, when it get real hot, that's when you start the fights.
Hey Doc, how's your week?
That was pretty good.
Anything
not
special?
As busy. Yeah, nothing happened this week, which is man, that's a wonderful thing.
Listen, ain't it? Sometimes nothing's great.
Exactly. Other than the allergies taking over because of the weather, that's it.
Leanne, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Anything you want to share?
Asking. No.
Sure. I'm just putting it out there in case there's something you want to share.
Nothing I want to share. I am okay.
Okay. Anything new in your life?
I can't call it.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Well, if it's anything you want to talk about, we're here. You know. You do anything different this week?
Duly noted. No.
Okay. Yeah. You sure? Go anywhere? Do anything?
I didn't go anywhere. Just went to work and came home.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna start the lies early on this pod. Okay.
No
so
lies. No lies. That's 100% true.
Excuse me.
we're gonna
guys.
start the lies early. What's your favorite ice cream?
I'm sorry, what?
What's your favorite ice cream? Or you like water ice better? I'm just asking. Just wondering.
What is he getting at?
I don't know. I don't know. He's
On the breakfast bar.
taking.
Oh no, I'm just
I
asking.
don't
What's
know.
your? I just wonder what your Zuriata, can you give me a PJ? I was just wondering what your favorite ice cream was. Oh, never mind.
Vanilla
Never mind.
ice cream.
You like
or
vanilla?
cookies and cream.
Gotcha. You have a favorite place to get it from?
No,
Okay.
not really.
Okay. I'm just asking questions. I'm trying to know Leanne better. This is get to know.
Oh, is that what's happening? Okay.
It's get to know your castmates, and I'm just
Ah.
trying to get to know Leanne a little bit better. You know, so many things we don't know about her. Like anybody doing anything this weekend? Anybody got anything going on? It's exciting.
It's Mother's Day weekend, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
right. It is.
A couple of things playing with family and friends.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Vaughn, anything this weekend?
Nah,
Not really?
just hanging out. Now, damn. My mom is in Florida. Well, I moved my mom to Florida,
Gotcha.
so my brothers are gonna be hanging out with her.
Okay.
All right.
Anything this weekend, Leanne?
Yeah, Mother's Day weekend, taking the ladies out
Okay.
for lunch.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
How's everybody last weekend? Anybody doing anything last weekend?
I figured you are digging for something.
I'm just asking how everybody's weekend was. Past,
So since
present.
it's getting to know your cast members, how are you doing, Daryl, this weekend with Mother's Day coming up? How are you managing?
Thanks for reminding me, Doc, because now I'm upset.
Oh my God.
Just wasn't thinking about it.
I want to support you. I just want to support you.
My support is in avoidance. Not trying to remember. So thanks, you blew that one.
I'm so sorry.
Gotta have another plan. I really didn't, even when you said it was mother, I didn't put it together because I'm so outside of that. And then I started thinking, oh, this is, so it'd probably be a rough weekend. Probably start right after the show.
You know what?
Go downhill right after the show. Thanks. I mean, what are your friends for? Leanne, what you do last weekend? I'm just trying to figure out what Leanne did last weekend.
Nothing, just chill, hung out.
Okay.
Went bowling.
Oh, bowling. How was bowling?
Bowling was good.
Oh, really? What made bowling good? I mean, I like bowling. Just tell me more about bowling. Maybe I want to bowl one day. What made it so good?
You throw a ball at some pins. Knock it down. I got a strike.
So were the balls at the pins that we're talking about?
I got a strike.
Yay, Lee.
Thank you.
What does the strike mean? Did you throw the ball in the hole or did the balls go in the hole? I don't know what a strike means.
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
Okay.
I'm not understanding the question.
Okay. Ruth, how you doing? We're gonna get off of Leanne.
Hello. How's everybody?
Good. How's the week?
Doing okay. Good week so far. Looking forward to the weekend, hanging out a little bit.
So far, week over.
No, I move it into Saturday, Sunday as a week.
What are you doing this weekend? What are you guys doing this weekend? Anything?
We're gonna hang out with Mom Ruth tomorrow. That's Mom Ruth's day.
Okay.
And then I'll probably hang out with my guys the next day.
Okay.
but just chilling and enjoying company and gathering,
Right. In your tent?
No, I'm actually outside in case you haven't been noticing. I've been outside.
I don't know. What does that mean outside? What is outside?
I've been
Go,
trying
you better
different.
go back in the house before you hurt yourself.
Y'all better mind y'all. Y'all better mind y'all. This is grown folk stuff, okay?
Mhm.
Grown,
I've been
grown.
outside, trying different restaurants, different food.
Okay. Okay.
Enjoying the weather. I need a reason to dress up and get out.
Mhm.
I hear that, Ruth. I hear that.
That's
We ain't
right.
dead yet. We old, but we ain't dead, honey.
I know that's right.
Okay. So, Ruth, who'd you go out with last week?
My sexy date. What you mean?
I'm good.
I mean, it's a simple question. I don't know. Never mind, Ruth. Leanne, who'd you go out with last week? Simple question. Leanne, who'd you go out with last week? I'm just asking everybody. Ruth said who
All
went
of
out
my
with.
business.
Jeez.
Well, I'm gonna follow behind Ruth.
Don't follow me, please, Lee.
Are you trying to say your sexy date? Is that what you're saying?
Who, me or Lee? Lee sexy date.
Leanne, she's following behind you. Are you trying to say you went out with your sexy date? Is that what we're getting at?
Wait a minute.
I'm just asking. She said she following behind Ruth. Ruth?
Right.
Right.
Ruth said she went out with a sexy date.
I was with my sexy date. What about you, Lee?
Thank you. Ruth is with me. We want to know. Inquiring minds. What do you mean you follow Ruth?
Reveal, Lee. Reveal.
I was following Ruth talking about mind your damn business.
We got the okay. All
That's
right.
what I was following behind
I mean,
Ruth.
somebody who's usually so chatty. I don't understand how they got the cat got their tongue.
I'm not usually chatty. So what are we talking about here?
You're not.
You talking about
No,
you?
I'm not.
We can hear the episodes. She only hasn't become chatty the last, we'll say, couple weeks because she'd be on the phone while we're having the show. She'd be. Never mind. I can't tell her business.
That's a lie. Now you're just telling lies.
Just making up stuff. Huh?
Exactly, and we're sick of it.
Lee, it's better to just tell your own stuff, Lee.
Who's weird? Weird implies a couple. We.
Yeah, me, Ruth, Doc.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Lee. Thanks. Yes.
I'm just trying to clarify. I'm not trying to allude to anything. I just trying to get the
You just
clarification.
all in the business tonight. What is that?
Because we're trying to get to know our castmates. Just like I asked you the questions. Hey, what you do last week? Who were you with? This is something we're just asking.
Mm-hmm.
Inquiry.
Get home. What you eat?
Y'all asking too much.
Anybody changes in their life lately?
You mean the change of life? What are you asking?
No, just anything change. Like just it's anything changed. Like if your W-2 used to be for one for single and now they're like for two. I don't know. I'm just asking if anything is different. No, I'm just saying anybody's life has changed. Yeah, we can think about it. Is anything going on in anybody's life? Let's update everybody on. No, okay.
Vaughn, how about you? I don't hear you.
He told the story.
He was talking earlier. Yeah, I told a great story.
Oh, did you? Darn, I missed it.
It was the story. Yeah.
Word, Daryl. It's like that, bro. Damn.
So let's get anything this week? Any hot topics or anything anybody want to talk about?
Everything is hot right now.
Like what, Doc?
I think the whole country is hot. You know, you say the block is hot, the country's hot.
The country is very divided on everything.
Yes.
And I hate people saying that, they don't see race and race is not an issue when everything's an issue and race usually has some part in it.
Mm-hmm.
So the one story we had the 5-year-old child went into the white lady's bag.
Yes, I saw
and she started calling him the N-word.
Oh, I missed that. I'm glad I did.
Saw that. Yes.
So, now the worst part about it two things are terrible. One, the child was autistic. So when you get in the bag, it could be a thing of not understanding, not knowing any better, but she was espousing, like this is how you in words do, you thief, and then the person recording from understanding, she started berating them as well. You N-word,
Yes.
yada 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 yada. Now the worst part about this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So the worst part about it, really, other than her calling this little autistic child the N-word, she did a I don't know if it's GoFundMe or maybe Fund Me Go.
It was. Okay.
It was one of those. I can't remember which one it was. I seen the guy talk, but she raised up to $600,000. I'm sorry, $500,000 already.
Wow.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
In donations.
What was the purpose?
So what she said that she was doxxed, right? And by her being doxxed, she put the GoFundMe up. So doxing means you're releasing the person's information, the personal information, her address, her name, all these.
Okay. So what is that money going to do? Help her move or something?
Yes, she said for safety.
Okay.
So the lady, the adult lady, got all that money. That was her GoFundMe. You said, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And again, I can't remember if it's GoFundMe or the other one, Fund Me Go, whatever it's called.
Two, yeah.
Yes, and I don't want to misquote, but either one. So people were writing things on there like, about time. We need to stand up for ourselves. We are a marginalized people, these white people. We have been, the black privilege is over and done with.
White people said that?
What?
Yes.
That's what's up.
So I know they cut they turned the comments off. They brought on one of the owners of, again, whatever it was, the GoFundMe, Fund Me Go, whatever it is. And they asked him, how do you allow this on your platform, right? How do you allow this? And he said, well, because how she worded it was she was doxxed, and we believe they're a Christian-based company that everybody should have a chance. No one should be doxxed, and safety is paramount. The only two things that they would not allow you to raise money for would be abortions or transitioning. So the question was asked, oh, if you're so big on protecting children, how come you didn't protect this young autistic boy then? And he did a dance and all these things to make it okay, to make it okay for this woman to receive money for absolutely doing the most horrendous thing to a 5-year-old autistic child. Right. So again, it's not even a child who knows. I don't know, but obviously they have some delays and things of that nature. So going in the bag is something, impulse control, in regulation. It could be so many different things that this child was going in the bag, and for her to act this way is absolutely crazy. But then to be rewarded for doing it also sends a terrible message, because now what does that say? What are people going to start doing now, right? I go call somebody this word and my stuff get released, and then I can also now put up one of these things to to garnish money for this fake cause.
Yeah, there was,
but it just shows. Go ahead, Leanne.
There was another white woman that went on one of the CNBCs or something like that.
Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it.
Claiming, just outright saying she says the N-word frequently, and that's her stance on it, and she's protected by the First Amendment.
So actually, a little further than that, Leanne. She said that she's another person who was espousing the we're tired of this black privilege that's going on. The white man has been held down for way too long, and
wow.
And now it's time for them to take their rightful place in their land. Their land. It's time for them to take their land back. And
I would have said,
what land is that?
I would have
America. She said, like Leanne said,
So people like my great grandmother didn't have a land, huh?
Right.
So, very interesting because they did have Mark Lamont Hill on the show at the time, and he really was trying to.
I heard he was irate, right?
Well, he became irate at the end, right? So
Okay.
the woman started saying, "Look, I use the N-word all the time," like Leanne said. I use it. You feel me? Like this, I'll use it if I feel like you're one. But I'm a Christian, so it was crazy. It was absolutely insane. But what happened at the end, because even Pierce Morgan was kind of thrown off when she was espousing these things about the white man and that they've been marginalized and that they need to stop being so, he was like, whoa, like you're just a straight racist. Like, and like Leanne said, she was making excuses for this woman. He was like, yo, you're a straight racist. She's like, she was like, and what? I am. So what?
Wow.
Cool.
So at the end of the segment, he challenged her. He said, oh, if you bad, say the N-word then. You said you say it. Say it now on national well, it's not a TV show, it's a like a podcast type YouTube show. He said, say it. And before she could respond, that's when Mark Lamont Hill lost it. He said, don't you invite her to say it. He's like, I know what you're trying to do to make her look stupid, but I'm the only Black American, African American on this panel, and that means she's calling me one. And you're not actually you're giving her a platform to do so. So don't say it. Please don't let her say it. He was going, and he really was adamant, like, yo, no, don't. And he said, he even told Pierce, like, I know that's not what you were just trying to make her show her ugliness, but not like that. She already said she's going to say it. But it's just crazy to see that sentiment that's going on. Like, this is really two sides. It's like this civil war is coming, right?
That's crazy.
And you're going to have to pick a side at a certain point because it seems like it's not as fringe as it's not fringe anymore. It's kind of getting back to the 50s, 60s where, hey, segregation is real, which they did roll back some things, right? So it looks like it's definitely getting insane.
That's weird because the way these young boys crash out, I would suggest that they go somewhere and chill out because it ain't the same. It ain't the 50s and the 60s like it was. These young boys, and the way that they make those pew pews nowadays, and the way you can get them, you're not just gonna run nowhere where we at. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. I don't think that that white lady should be doing that. I don't think she should try that. And I don't know, man. I was down south. I'm running back and forth. I had more problems up here than I did in the south. I haven't seen, because they let you know where they stand from the door, but they like, you don't mess with me, I ain't messing with you. And in the south, everybody got a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know where these people coming from. They got to be super privileged because most people don't go over there messing with them Negroes unless you really want a problem, especially the ones today. They don't.
So what I'll say to that is it's kind of so first of all, we're 13% of the population, correct? And we're basically only on the coast as you go to
I don't know. I've traveled.
No, I'm telling you, I'm not asking a question. I'm telling
I know
that we're only basically most of us are on the coast, right? As you go to the center of America, it's less and less and less of us, right? We're only 13%. And in that 13%, we still have to deal with who's incarcerated and things of that nature. So we might have some pockets where we have some, like you said, some YNs that may may crash out, but even that crash out is so unorganized that it wouldn't be effective, right? Just think about, we had movements like Black Panther movement, things of that nature, when they moved as one, and they shut those things down pretty quickly, to be honest. When you have a government and an army behind you, it's kind of difficult to run up against that with small communities of misguided, young boys.
Look, all people that are talking. I've had to clean houses where I went in houses and they had the Klan stuff right there on the wall, the little Pickaninny dolls, all of that. And I don't feel like if they were to start anything, it wouldn't go good, especially for people like that. Like her, I think they're very small. I think their numbers and their thinking is a little bit smaller than what we think. I don't think that white people generally like black people at all. I really don't. But people that are that extreme, I think their numbers are smaller than we think. And I don't know. I just travel too much.
Wow, let's just put that right on.
I'm sorry. My child, man, she has no respect. I don't know, man. See?
Let's not put vibrate at all. That would
I tried. Man, I'm trying. Look, it's literally look.
You know what I mean? Ready to hear it again.
There's an echo now.
Yeah, now it's an echo.
I don't know. I turned my mic off.
Okay, there we go. Okay, well, the echo's back. I don't know. You rang in the echo.
I think it's clear now. I think. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me?
No, it's clear now.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. This world is really scary. And the only thing I'll say with what Devon said, I think we see in things like this, like when the Carmelo Anthony, where the stabbing at the high school, you see how fast these people are raising money, right? They're getting supported by people. It's a lot of support for these negative type of sentiments that are being put out there, these racist type of thoughts and things of that nature. So I think it's a lot more people who are agreeing or feeling this type of way, and maybe not in public. Maybe they see your work and say hi, but I think a lot of people are really feeling this type of way, and you may not know until
Yeah.
You see them across the street on the other line. What you doing over there, Rob?
Right?
A lot more Robs than we're realizing, I believe. Yeah.
Ruth, I want to say it's terrible to think that, but I really think that it's.
No, I think it's accurate. I do, because now it's blatant. It's no longer, that's not politically correct thing. It's like you can say, you can do, you can be, and we're just gonna have to take a stand and stand for something or fall for anything. And I mean, in as many situations as you can safely. Because
I'm sorry, great.
No, I'm just saying, because I think it's just the lines are being crossed now on every level. People, I mean, even on a smaller level, like invisibility and walking in front of you in the line, and don't you see me standing here? There's a lot of stuff going on at different levels, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So you're gonna have to just speak up, I guess, and do what you can.
Right. And the thing is, the safety part is You're just gonna have to do it. I know today, and I haven't really followed it all the way. The mayor of Newark, Ross Baraka, was locked up at a immigration look like protest or something of that nature.
Okay.
So he's in jail now. Not sure if all of the I don't know why I got so loud all of a sudden.
Because Vaughn's back. Maybe.
My mic was muted. Damn.
Oh my
I ain't even
goodness.
do nothing.
Hey, just blow my eardrums out with these headphones on. It's okay. Yeah, it's gonna be dangerous. So, I mean, I think everybody just, it's and then it's on top of everything, just all the stress with what's going on with the government and what's going to happen here. It's so much stress. So we do that. Man, make sure you check in with each other and checking with yourself so that you're not going, just not snapping on people for, reasons, that you don't really see. Dang it. I don't know, but anyway, so tonight we were gonna get into with all this an eye for an eye, an eye for an eye.
Appropriate topic.
Very much so appropriate. Do we feel that philosophy is something that we should live by? What do you think, guys?
Go ahead, Ruth. Go ahead.
Anybody?
Who's yelling? Go ahead.
It's Vaughn.
It sounds like Vaughn.
He's underwater.
Right. What's going on today? This is not.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Vaughn.
Y'all got selective hearing. That's what it is.
Can you hear him, Ruth?
Now I can. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do you guys think? Is eye for eye? Is that a way to go?
Huh. It depends on the situation. And if I'm really coming to get you, I'm not going for your eye. You take my eye, I'm gonna take your head. That way it stops anybody else from trying me after that. Make an example.
I will. Again, I think it's very situational. I know we talked about it in the group. I don't know if did I say anything about for that, Leanne? If I did, please pull it up. It's situational. I was watching the father whose son was shot and killed by the police. I think it's this weekend or maybe earlier, sometime last week. He saw the body cam. Thought the police were not being honest about what they said happened because he saw the body cam. He left the police station. He drove when they took him to his car. He drove a couple places, and then eventually he came to a high school procession. I think they were doing a graduation ceremony. A cop was there as a crossing guard, and he ran him over and killed him.
Yeah.
It was the cop that killed his son, right?
No, it wasn't.
Was it?
No, it was just a police officer.
Wow. I thought it was. Okay. I thought they said it.
Right, Doc. At first, how they said it sounded like he caught the cop.
Yeah.
That killed his son, which I was thinking that's crazy because usually when you shoot somebody, you have to sit down for a while before you get back out there because have an investigation. So no, it was it was another cop who was he was retired, but he stayed on to do some jobs. This is the young man. This is the father getting off of the van. So he just saw the cop and ran him over. He said, police are, like I said, you guys were the blue wall. Basically, one of you guys, you took out mine, I'm going to take out one of yours. That's the type of mindset he's on. What do you think about that? What do you guys think about that? Now, mind you, he saw the video because first they were saying that the young man, typical, he got out the car, he did steal a car. Once he was out the car, it happened in 6 to 10 seconds. He got out the car, he was running, he ran by these
It was in 6 seconds, and he was sitting in the car.
Yes.
It didn't say he stole it. He was sitting in the car.
No, well, all of them were in a stolen car. So when the cops came, they ran. As they run, he runs by a dumpster. The cop sees him, said he pointed a gun at him, shot and killed him. So as you watch the video of the body cam footage, doesn't really show that version of it, right?
Right.
Me, what I saw looked like the kid was running, didn't see anything being pointed, and it looked like he kind of shot him in the side back area because he was running kind of away from him. I think the father saw this and he was going through it right as he left the police station. And this happened shortly after, from my understanding, shortly after he left the police station, and he saw the video and he saw the cop there and ran him over. So what do we think?
I understand him freaking out. I understand his mind breaking over that and doing something like that. It's unfortunate. It's that man, because they can have a lot of theories about it, but when you look at it black and white, randomly his son was killed. His son probably should not have been killed, and within 6 seconds, how are you shooting someone that's running in 6 seconds? When you pull up, Tamir Rice was 11 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So he crashed. He crashed mentally, and you could say it's not fair that it was that man, that police, but it wasn't fair that it was his son either. So
very well.
You want to stop people from hitting you, you hit them back. And that's the way you're not going to keep. Our community has been a victim and has for so long. Anybody that's ever been arrested, stopped, this is a problem. And that little boy died. That little boy died. Unfortunately, that man died, but that man would not be dead if those cops hadn't done what they did. And it obviously must have been something on that footage. That man was like, nah, that's not right.
Did you see the footage, Vaughn?
I seen it, but they blurred it out when I seen him running, and he don't look like he had nothing in his hand.
So, and that was very interesting because when they played it at the little press conference where the police played it, so the news was able to get the body footage too. And they showed it, and that's where it looked to me very different
than what the cop said.
Yes. Yes, it definitely looked like I didn't see the gun being pointed. I seen him running away, and it looked like he was shot in the back and the side. So me seeing the video, and even the news pointed out, like, wait a minute, I don't know if this is a good shoot. Now, again, since police have a subjective reasoning in their actions, so if they feel like they saw a gun, they'll get off, right? All they gotta say is, I thought I was in danger, and they'll get off. And I think that's where the dad was like, my son died. And again, not saying the son was in the right, because if he was in a stolen car or whatever the case may be, but that shouldn't be a death sentence. It's
not a death sentence.
It's not. It shouldn't be a death sentence.
Joyriding should have been the charge that young man should have caught, not a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? Grand Theft Auto at the top, if they was in the stolen car, so it wasn't said this car was jacked, that it was an armed robbery. They were in the stolen car. I know many people that, when we were younger, that did that. But where that father is coming from, enough is enough. And if this was in the Asian community, in the Russian community, any other community, how they would have responded to something like this? There would have been a lot of people out there backing that father, or it wouldn't happen in their community, because you just don't get to pull out a gun and take one of their children. In our community, it's been this way forever. And I'm not mad at him for getting tired of it. The fact of the matter, this is America's nightmare. That when we start coming back at them for injustices or wrongful practices, when they do something to us, and now it's eye for an eye.
So, I'm sorry, Leanne. I just sent you something. Could you play that one for us, please? I'd like us to look at that. But keep going, Vaughn.
It's crazy, and they should. He only hit that cop. He could have kept going. He could have hit that cop. He could have turned that car around and ran it through the middle of the police station. Like, that's his child. And he saw his child murdered or killed without, he probably, think about if you went in there like, my son was in a stolen car, this boy done got himself shot, and he already like, dang, man. And then you look at the footage and you see that he should not have been shot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You're going to crash out.
I definitely think he broke, but he won't get any type of like temporary insanity or anything like that. They can't because that would be vigilante. They would kind of be like, it's okay, right? So now people would start if he got off. They to me, he's going to get either like life or the death penalty is on the table for the 2 murder charges that he.
2.
Yeah, they gave him 2.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know much about what they said. That said the same thing you just said, Vaughn. Why are there 2? I don't know the difference. I'm not that well versed in it, but
this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And the same into what you said. They're going to do that. You think about this. If our people decided every time y'all do something, we gonna do something. Mm-hmm. Every time that there's an injustice on any level that we can retaliate on it, and it meets we meet you where you at, whether it's in a courtroom, whether it's on the street, and we meet you where you at. This would flip America. It would flip us upside down, and that's what I think. That's how I feel. That is the fear of a racist America. That the dog, the cow, the people that you eat off of, the cow's going to grow teeth. It's going to bite you back. Just imagine that. And that's why they're doing him the way that they're going to do him. And you're right. They can't let him get off like that because that would say, y'all go do it.
Now, check this one out. This is very interesting to me. And this is going to.
On AR-15 on the highway patrol.
The driver pulled over for speeding, pointed a rifle at a highway patrol officer yesterday. CHP says it happened just north of Reading on I-5. An officer stopped a vehicle on the Mountain Gate off-ramp. The driver, they say, got out of the car, pointed the AR-style assault rifle toward the officer. Officials say the suspect re-entered his vehicle and then they started pursuit. Vehicle continued southbound, driving at varying speeds before exiting the freeway at Oasis, continuing for about 2 miles west before stopping near Vigil Court. The suspect taken into custody, booked into Shasta County Jail.
Okay, let me get this straight.
You can stop there, Leanne. We see a video, man with a rifle pointed at the cop. Not a shot fired. It seems like police can use restraint and do the job the way we want them to do it in certain circumstances.
If you have the complexion for the protection.
And it has to be something for me because we just saw this guy walk up to a police car with a rifle. The police officer retreated. And this man was he was caught without incident and was able to go to jail. I don't know that story a lot in circumstances because I know we get shot because we have black hands. We thought the black hand was a gun. We thought that cell phone in your hand was a gun. We thought that that the comb again. I don't know if we get that benefit of the doubt.
No, never.
The benefit of the doubt because he had a rifle walking up on the police and the police retreated. They didn't run him over. They didn't shoot him 900 times. So it does. And I know people will always say, why it's the same and less people get killed.
No,
I don't know.
It's not the
I
same.
just see what I see. And it could be anecdotal, but I have yet to see a black man with a gun walk up to a police officer and end well.
No.
The only time I seen a white dude get killed on camera is the boy was crying. They were in Las Vegas, and the cops are like, "Get on your hands and knees and come back and crawl back to us."
Oh, in the hallway.
In the hallway, and that boy was crying, and they shot him, and that was unnecessary.
Right. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen both ways. I've never professed that it doesn't happen both ways. I've never professed that everyone hasn't gotten shot unjust at times. I understand it seems like a lot of times we get shot unjustly.
We get shot
a
lot to the point that we're numb to a lot. We're numb to a lot.
We are.
When you heard this young man got shot, how many different things ran through your mind immediately? Like, oh, that's just like this. It's just like that. It's just like this. You know what I'm saying? You got too many things to associate it with. No other community has that. No other community has that type of trauma consistently.
This is true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Our community is an abused community. And it's not victimized when you can actually point and go, that's the person that's doing it right there. It's on tape.
That's one of the issues why it gets so difficult to heal, because anytime you say something, they're like, you guys are playing victim. You guys are in the past. And I'm like, well, the past is kind of current.
You know what, though?
To
what you just said, you guys are playing victim. That man didn't play victim, did he?
No, that's what I mean. So, but people will, make excuses for everything, forever. They'll make excuses. So it's very interesting. It's just tough. You see the two very different, where one person so-called had a gun, and we didn't see when one had a big ass gun and was allowed to go to jail and let the cops did their job the way they're supposed to, and he will be adjudicated the way it's supposed to. He won't get it. His sentence won't be higher than anyone else. He'll get the accurate sentence he's supposed to get. They say a lot of times we get our sentence are 3 to 4 times higher than someone that doesn't look like us. It's very interesting. But at the end of the day, it's eye for eye. Okay, that's where we're at. It's eye for eye. Okay, so if your mate cheats on you, can you cheat on them? It's an eye for an eye. Okay, Doc said yes. Yes, I got you.
She sure did.
Doc, even if she
I don't think she knew she was nodding. I don't think she knew it.
She would. I couldn't even finish. She's like, I think she was dancing to music. Doc, I know it's music.
I heard some music.
Do you think in that case it's okay if your partner cheats on you? Can you cheat on them?
Well,
I mean, you can.
I would not advise that.
It's just even in the score. That's all.
Well, what happened to the 2 wrongs don't make a right theory? Two wrongs never make a right. I mean, it could be a moment
that's what people say who do wrong, though.
Yeah, that's oppressive language.
That's how you not get your eye back. They're like, there's 2 wrongs make a right. I know I was wrong.
But that theory came from somewhere, right? So is it really right? But is it really solving the problem? I mean, yes, it's situational. And don't come from me or mine, because I may flip that whole script that I'm talking about right now. However, is it solving anything? I'm thinking about that first video and how horrible it is for that father to now have to go to jail and be subjected to what they're going to do in there, on top of his grief for the lost son. And did it solve anything? It wasn't like grandioso enough to solve anything.
For him, it may have, and I don't know what it's going to do. I know so the police overwhelmed the courtroom that day when he went to get his bond hearing.
Okay.
I mean, it was like 70 police officers in there. It was standing room.
Oh, wow.
They wouldn't let his family in. They had all police officers in there.
Yeah.
I
But
did
you-
see him walk through there, like
And he
rolling
looked
his
all of
eyes.
them in their face.
Looked at all of them.
Right in their
Yeah.
face. Like, look, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You killed mine. I killed.
I
Now,
killed
I did hear
yours.
something say that he
Okay.
has, it might be some mental health something there too as well. That's what they said today.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't know. He may still feel like, as a man, I protected mine, and I'm willing to
I
do.
hear that. I hear that.
Now. I don't know. I'm saying he could,
Mhm.
right? So I don't. There's no solving a wrong. First of all, right? You can try to do things to get past it, get over it. You don't solve it. So I think if this is what he had to do, and again, it's a temporary. Sometimes you
Insanity.
lose it.
Mhm.
I can only think about if someone did something to mine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. We don't
You
know.
know what I mean? I don't know.
Like I said, they lucky that he didn't come to that police station.
Right. It
Like-
could have got worse.
Word.
Yes.
I
Yes.
really believe his was in the moment. I see this cop. I can't believe what I just saw. My son is dead. I see this cop. I can't believe what I just saw. My son is dead. I see this cop. And
Yeah.
it's the game.
Yeah.
And
Hit
run
the
the
gas.
But I
Right.
also feel sorry for that cop because what if he was one of the good guys? What if he just maybe was
There is
one
no
of the
good guy.
guys?
Well, what I would say to
Good
that,
guys.
I don't know if there is. I'm not gonna say there's no good guys or bad guys. It's always good and bad. But what I would say, Muhammad Ali said it the best. He said if there was 1,000 snakes and there was 100 of them good, I can't sit there and think and guess if this one's good or bad.
No, true.
So he was saying, you guys are the blue wall. You guys all represent the same thing. I'm taking out one of yours. That's how
I
he
would have rather
tried.
it had been that cop. To be honest, I would have rather it had been that cop.
And when I say there's no good guys, I mean there as far as cops are concerned, their whole justice system is based on
Yeah.
oppression.
So
So you're holding up bad rules and judgments.
wait,
Go
I
ahead.
wait,
necessarily
that's not
agree.
100% true.
Yeah, I've met some cops who are
My brother
good
was
cops,
a cop.
who are
Yeah.
trying to do the right thing, who try to stay outside of
Right.
the blue wall. Cops who actually even gotten in trouble for going
Mhm.
against the blue wall have maybe
Mhm.
been fired. So I think there are people in that who try to maneuver as best they can, but it's tough from my understanding. I'm not a
Right.
cop.
Yeah.
It's very difficult because it is a fraternity. And when you go against them, you're going against them and they can all
Yeah.
turn on you.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think there are some that are good, but it's tough because even some of the good ones may have, like you said, Leanne, may have to go along with some things that they might not necessarily agree to at times.
Yeah.
But again, that's why they get you at 18. A lot of these police officers at high school where they can mold you
Right.
and your mind is not, fully developed and they can indoctrinate you into this way of thinking. So it's tough, but okay, cheating. It doesn't solve anything, but do you feel better?
Do you feel better?
I wouldn't know.
So Ruth will never tell. But so I would say what I would say. Yeah, she'll never tell. But what I would say is that I always, when I was young, if you hit me, I had to get my hit back. Right? You couldn't just get away with a hit. You couldn't. I don't care. We can go all day. We're gonna keep hitting each other throughout the day until I get my last hit. You can't hit me last. I felt better. I felt terrible if I got hit last and he got to go home before me.
Wow.
So I think
What?
I think I feel better if I got to hit you.
Wow. Why do I think that's still true of you, Daryl, as a grown up?
That's real. You can't just let people just put their hands on you or put their hands on your woman. I gotta put my hands on another one. We gotta even this out. Then we can talk. We can't talk until we're on even playing fields. How can we have a conversation when you got one up on me? Doc, I'm on your couch and I say that to you. What do you say?
Yo, real.
If she got one up on me still, she still got one on me. We gotta even the playing field, so we both can be mad at each other.
I would ask you, would you really be even though?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what you asked.
And do you
Exactly,
still want the relationship?
Yes.
Mm,
Interesting.
he might. He might. I'm out of there.
You can't just throw somebody away all the time. People gonna think
Okay,
it's gonna happen.
okay. So you still want to be with her after all?
Yes, that's why we're here. I love you. You made a mistake, and so did I. Now we can build. Well, my mistake was a mistake. Mine was to get back at you, and that was a mistake because I shouldn't have did it that way. Now we can talk.
Yeah, we got a lot to fix because now it's not just on her and fixing a mistake that she made. This is about the survival of the relationship now. Because I wouldn't advise her to stay with you.
This little cheating heifer. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yo, Doc. Doc is not for us, bro.
It's not for us at all, bro. We can't win the same. This is crazy.
Right, this man is vindictive.
Wait a minute. She got the dick that started it. If she wasn't addicted, we wouldn't be here. She went dick, I'm vindictive. Let's get it. Right. Because this is why we need help, because I would feel like, how can I heal knowing you got some side penis and I'm just gonna be here trying to make right?
Well, I would think you would try to heal before you go out and do something yourself.
No, I can't. I heal, I can't try and do it. I gotta do it before I heal. Doc, I can't do it after I heal. Then I'm wrong.
Yeah. That's a whole new can of worms.
For real, that you done purposely went out and tried to hurt your mate.
She purposely went out and tried to get her peaches split. I mean, it didn't happen by mistake.
But you did it for vengeance. There's a difference.
We all got a reason why we did things. She did it for whatever she did it for. She did it because I didn't take out the trash. That could be vengeance too. Okay. it was both.
You weren't meeting her needs.
I wasn't meeting her needs.
The trash needs.
Right. So she had somebody trash her box. I'm not okay with that.
How is that helping? How is that two wrongs making that better? That's my question.
Because we're on the same plane now. We both have the same thing to be upset about. You can't be upset about what I did because I can't be upset about what you did. Now we can move on. But if you got a dick on you and I ain't got no pussy on me, I still feel like I'm a loser. I'm a chump. I gotta accept that. What about
up in the ante? She could go to the next thing, then you're gonna go to the next thing. Then she can go to the next thing. When does it stop?
I don't know. I don't really trust her like that anymore anyway, because she already went to the next thing. But I don't trust her like I used to. I went to the next thing, Ruth.
So my question is, why are we here? Why are we trying to save this relationship?
Because Trump got the economy so messed up. I can't afford this house by myself. I like eggs. She gotta go half on the eggs. Eggs are high as shit
so
right
we
now.
just have to figure out how you can cohabitate without being a couple.
Listen, once we both go outside and do what we do, we on the same level, right? Move forward.
That's terrible. That is a terrible theory.
I can't lay down and think about somebody humping on you, and I ain't humping nobody. That just feels wrong to me. It feels like you over there laughing at me like, got this fool. Nah, we ain't doing that. Yeah, right.
But see, that's when the ante keeps getting up. That's not the right idea. That's just not the right idea.
Oh, let's let her have one up on us, huh, Ruth?
Why do you have to get even? That's what we would explore.
Wait a minute. Why did she have to do it at all? Why are we talking about me?
Yeah, why y'all jumping on? She's the problem. Can we please talk about her and her open door policy?
She's the catalyst to this.
Because you should have took the trash out in the first place. We wouldn't have had this problem.
Okay, you're right. So I trashed someone else's box. Now we're even. Now I start taking the trash out.
Yeah.
We can't hear you, Doc.
Can't hear you.
Doc, we can't hear
you. See, Doc, even the Lord knew. The Lord knew she was going to say something. She had no
right?
Cut that off. Cut that off. We ain't doing this.
The Lord is my shepherd. He will save me.
Said we had to talk about why you need revenge and what is this thing with you in this power dynamic.
What you mean?
Wait a minute. She did it.
She did it.
I'm responding. I'm a response to what she did. I wasn't thinking about other cheeks until she
You don't
got
have to respond in that way. There are other ways to respond. Why would you respond in that way?
How are we getting in
Brother,
trouble
it
for
makes
her?
like just get some head in it. She got some full penis. That ain't enough. I need to. Listen, I believe you know me. I'm gonna cheat on you. Then we're gonna work it out, and we're gonna have to be a big family after that. Big happy family after that.
It ain't gonna be smooth sailing after that.
Ruth, she got dick. It ain't gonna be smooth sailing either way.
Either way.
She might get something that's a little bit closer to hurt you even more. Then she might go for the juggler.
Once you get one dick, you done broke me already.
Yeah, it's over.
More than I already am. I told them paying for the bills now. The bills and the kids. We're in a situationship at this point.
So,
See,
horrible.
Well, how about in business? If you're in business with somebody, or
in business you die.
Okay, tell me more. Why are we dying?
No, I mean, like if we're in business and you shady, you do something. Oh no, we don't have no more. There's no more dealings with you. We don't need to talk about it. None of that stuff.
Right.
That a lot of people get affected by your business. You know what I'm saying? I don't play them games. No.
So you have more affinity for your business than your chick.
So let's say no. So let's say I don't know. So because your chick, she can be replaced, right? But if you do something in my business, you affect all of my family and all the people connected to me. Like,
gotcha.
You affect their lifestyle. Now we could break up and people would be upset, but I'd be like, man, shut up. Like I'm gonna go get another one. Another business after we done built this and put all of this time, that investment. I don't know, damn. That dude kind of sound like a girl, don't it? Damn.
Okay.
I don't know, Daryl. I'm gonna start smoking coming on this show.
How about this? Say you and your people y'all get in an argument, and he breaks your favorite vase. Do you break his PlayStation?
Ooh.
It depends on what type of value the vase has for you.
Oh, this is going.
I mean, if your kids gave you that vase, or somebody somebody left it to you who passed away.
How about the vase was really an urn, and it had
my goodness!
Wow!
Yeah, I seen this other day where the man told her not to bring her ex-husband in the house, and she brought him in the house and put him somewhere, and he took it out back and poured it, emptied it out. He said he told her she shouldn't have brought it.
Terrible.
Is it?
I mean, you're threatened by a dead person,
right?
Okay. So
no.
So her dead ex is supposed to be on your mantle in your home.
Maybe not
your mantle,
right?
But
yeah,
I wish my camera was on.
He's still part of her history.
No, he's not.
Huh?
No,
he's part of her history. Yes.
They better go to the kids' house. Y'all can keep it.
That's what he said. Keep it at your mom's house. So, how much history can you keep in your relationship then? Do you keep extra ex pictures there? Should you keep them on the coffee table just for some reading material? When people come over, they can see your whole life because it's your history. How much do we keep around? That's okay.
I mean,
talk about it.
It depends on what it is. I mean, a dead ex-husband or ex-wife, I don't see why a person should be threatened by that. Pictures. I don't see
why they're there, Doc.
Huh?
Why they there? It's a dead
sentimental value.
Why they there?
Sentimental value to what?
So her and her your own spot then.
To your history.
No, I ain't trying to hear that. If you felt that way about him, you should have stayed with him.
Do people throw away their prom pictures?
No,
They're in the attic somewhere under. I wouldn't even know they were. You know what I mean? I would probably have them, but they're not going to be anywhere. Nothing from my past really going to be in my current. You know, going to be in my house currently with my new joint. I just don't understand why it would be. I don't know.
Well, maybe because she wasn't ready to part with it yet. Maybe
then she should have stayed with him.
You're right, Ruth. You're right. You're on to something. You know what? Because she wasn't ready to get in another relationship yet.
Then you should be patient.
I don't gotta be patient. Get out. What do you mean I gotta be patient? Time is of the essence.
So when someone comes to you, they come into your life as just a clean slate, like the day they was born. Then they have no history. You don't know anything about anybody that's ever been a part of their life before you.
No. Stop. Here,
I'm asking. So should you not talk about your past or have anything related to it?
No, you should definitely. You're going to talk about it. I think we all talk about it. But you ain't gonna be wearing a chain with his picture in there because he died. You ain't gonna be crying on it. Yeah, that's why you're gonna be lonely forever. You're not gonna be crying on his birthday or the day he died. No, you're not. You got to go ahead somewhere else with that. Go to your mom's house for the week because I don't want to see that crying over another man while you're not over that.
Man is dead.
That's the issue.
He's
the
dead.
Feeling of another man having your heart. That's what that is.
No, it's not.
And even if they're dead,
no, it's not.
It's the fear of them having your heart, even if they're dead.
No, it's not.
That's called insecurity.
Okay, here you go.
No, it's not.
Insecure.
Disrespectful.
Okay, cool. No, it's right. Vaughn, they got it. If my ex still has my heart that I just broke up with, the last girl I was with, she still has my heart. That's okay.
If she's dead, that's what we're talking about. If she's dead, on this earth,
they always do that, man.
I would not care one lick.
Y'all are
she's dead. She is no threat to me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
What we just learned, Vaughn, insecurity is they have a problem if she's alive and she still has your heart. She can be dead and have your heart all you want.
At least we're not saying she can be dead and still a threat.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's not a threat.
What I'm saying is, if you're living in the past in our present relationship, we can't go forward if you're going backwards.
Why?
You're not living in the past because you have an urn. I mean, it's just like any other family member.
If you have, that's not your family member. That's why they have a big.
If it's her ex-husband.
That's an anchor that she's attached to another relationship that you're dragging around. That's an anchor.
All right, so no urns for no family members that died because you shouldn't hold on to none of that stuff because your past is your past and it's done.
Stop. Your mom is fine. Your kids is fine. The nigga that was fucking you that you still loving.
See, we keep going right back to the same thing.
But wait.
We are in a relationship now. We are. Yes. Just like if she was alive, you wouldn't want it. So stop it. You know that if you're in a new relationship, you shouldn't be swooning over the old relationship.
If you are a widow, I would never ask a widow or a widower to get rid of their spouse's ashes.
She ain't got to get rid of it. It's not going to be on display in my home.
She bought it into the house. It wasn't like it was there when he got there.
And first of all, I don't care about him. He has nothing to do with me.
Where were they before she brought him into the house? Why is he crying? Where were they before they brought him into the house?
So I don't know. I know they were in the house, and it just started with him. She found him outside, and he's like, "I told you don't bring this in the house. I told you leave it at your mom's house or take it to your mom's house, something like that. So I told you not to have it here."
And they should have had a discussion about that before they start living together, because then she would have known not to move in with him.
Well, why?
They didn't have a discussion.
Wait a minute.
It sounds like they never came to the meeting of the minds about those ashes.
They're right, Vaughn. They should have had a discussion, but it sounded like they had a discussion if he said,
That's what I just said. I just said they never came to a meeting of the minds about the ashes.
No.
I think you're wrong, Doc, in a sense, because it sounded like he said, I told you not to bring that here.
Whoa. I told you is not a discussion.
That is a discussion.
And
Yo,
Certain things
Meeting
are
of,
not
meeting
negotiable.
of the minds mean that you guys came to the same conclusion.
Yes.
it
He
was.
said-
Don't
said-
bring your dead
Oh my
husband in this
God.
house.
He
Wait,
said
Doc.
Tell
no.
nobody that.
He
Doc,
oh
you
my
said
God.
you said already that we can't
He's-
always agree.
They talked about it. He said
Right.
no. She said I want them. So there was no meeting of the minds, is what
But
I'm
we already
saying.
said, what do we do in the circumstances when we both are on opposite opposing sides? Sometimes we don't have a kumbaya where we get to a point where we say,
No, and then
yes.
you have to make a decision about what you want
Yes.
to do about
Yes.
that.
Well, that's
So
why
if
she got
she
what she
really
got.
wanted those ashes, she probably should have just never lived with him.
Yeah.
She should have probably
Right.
never divorced her ex-husband, and then she would have got the ashes. The
But he
fact that it's your
did.
ex-husband
He
means
Yeah,
that
he
none
did-
of
he
this
died.
makes
He died.
sense.
He had a divorce because he died. He divorced from Earth. So,
So wait, wait.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm confused. They weren't divorced when he died. I mean, they were divorced when he died. It wasn't her ex-husband.
no, it's an ex-husband. But I don't know if he was divorced. He's dead. I don't know if he
So
was,
wait,
I don't know.
so
I
it's-
don't know if his
it's-
ex-husband.
it's not-
Again, it's a clip. He's going outside. He poured ashes out. She said, he said, I told you not
That's
to bring
very
your ex-husband in here."
insensitive, though. That's very
Wait a minute.
insensitive.
So again, why do you guys negate a man's plight in the world? He said,
They
I don't want
do
this
that
in my
every-
house.
All right,
And
but he
we-
didn't have to dump the ashes.
Right?
Yes,
She
you
had to put
shouldn't
it
have
on the
brought him over
counter.
there.
I told you not to. Right? So an eye for an eye. You want to do what you want to do? Yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
He
There
could
we
have
go.
set him outside though. He didn't have to.
He
No,
did.
he
He
couldn't
said-
have, because she
No.
would have came back in
No.
there.
He set it out all over the lawn.
No, that's wrong. That's just
No,
dead.
it's not. She should have
Dead
divorced
wrong.
that
No
man.
pun intended.
That's why a
Dead
lot of women
wrong.
got a lot of
She
problems.
could
Because
she could
y'all
took a little
who a
broom and
man
swept it
really
up.
is.
What?
She took a little broom and swept it back up. Well, what
Oh
she could
my
get.
God.
Now
Listen,
he for the streets.
Wow.
well, for the backyards.
For the
That
backyard.
is so bad.
Y'all keep playing with men like
Yo,
men are
yo,
not
that-
men.
I heard her.
They're
I
not
heard her
men
ex-husband wanted to be outside anyway.
You know
He's gonna be
what? You're
outside.
going to stop now. You're
I
gonna
don't know
stop.
why people play with other people like that anyway either. Because if he
Right.
said he didn't want him in there, she should have never lived with him.
Right.
That's the bottom line.
Exactly.
It's-
She
it's
should
her
have never
husband.
moved in with him.
That was a waving red flag that this not going to work. Period.
It's your-
Right, because it's a red flag because I don't want these ashes in my house.
So wait a
That-
minute. Wait a minute.
No,
Can
you
y'all
don't
wait?
want them on the mantle.
I'm
That's
not
different.
understanding y'all, right? So he is married to this woman.
Yes, Vaughn.
Her ex-husband,
Dead.
dead, is put into an urn. She says, I want the ashes of my ex-husband in our house that you take care of. And he said,
Play.
no.
And he said no. And because she felt strongly about
said,
it and couldn't
take
live
them-
without
wait,
them,
wait, I
she
was
should
not
have.
done my
She
statement.
should
one at a
have
time.
had
Was
to
not-
leave the relationship.
I was not done my statement,
Oh,
Doc.
I'm sorry. I thought
please.
you were done. Go
Can we
ahead.
strike that from the record? So he said, take them to your mother's house. If they had kids, the kids could have taken them. If your current husband is telling you, do not bring your dead husband in this house,
Talk,
why
Vaughn.
are you disrespecting your
Mm.
current husband?
Ooh, for some dead nigga. Excuse me.
Look,
Sorry.
If anything happens, that man has to put his life on the line for you, and you can't respect that request. Man,
Wow.
She-
Vaughn.
She wasn't ready. She wasn't
I don't
ready.
care if she wasn't ready. She shouldn't have said I do.
Ooh, that
She
boy on
signed
fire.
the contract.
I agree with that, boy. If she wasn't ready, she shouldn't have married him.
Yep.
And if she felt that strongly about it, she should have left the marriage.
She was already married to him. The guy dies, and you want to bring that in. So now you're going to get in a divorce because you want to bring your ex-husband's ashes into your home.
And that's her choice to make.
You know what?
But it's
Mm.
choice
That
to
is
make.
why
Right.
these girls is
Right.
this is why y'all all jacked up the way that they are because you're not respecting your
This
husband.
this is what
No,
I
that
don't
don't make no sense.
understand.
Wait,
What I
one
don't
at a time. Let her talk.
understand-
Go ahead, Leah.
What I don't understand is when we say, okay, I'm gonna make this difficult decision, and it's not in favor of the dude, and it's not, to his liking. Now all women are trash, and we have a problem with them.
Mm.
Some
Who
things
said
aren't
that?
about you.
Who said that?
You have to. You just said, "Oh, that's what's wrong with these women. That's what's wrong with these women, and that's why they're horrible, or whatever the case, whatever."
I said that's why they messed up. I don't put words in my mouth.
Messed up.
Was horrible.
What messed up?
I said they was messed up because right now you said when a woman has to make a decision. You said when a woman has to make a horrible decision, it has, and the man.
I didn't say horrible decision.
What you said, they got to make these hard decisions, and it ain't always about you. If you're talking about making those hard decisions that y'all make where men don't have no say so in them anyway.
Ooh, no say so now.
Your body, your choice, right?
That has nothing to do with the current topic we're on.
Right.
You said hard decisions.
No. You guys are missing the point. What he said, he was just using, because you guys want to do what you want to do without the influence of the man you're with. That's what he's saying. That this is what happens, right? That's
and
what
again, I said some things aren't about you.
Right.
Well, again, Leanne, I agree with you, right? But since it's a relationship, like I said, we're both talking about this. If you want to do something in our home, just like if he had to do something in you guys' home, there has to be a discussion, and there has to be some type of resolution that can.
And if we can't resolute, we gotta go. We gotta split up.
That's fine. You guys can leave. Right, you can leave. There's more women and men. We're going to be fine.
Here we
right?
go with that.
So,
Here we go with that. It's always something. Like it's always to the next extreme.
Like you said, we got to go. So go. Right. If you're going to trip over, because again, if you have to put it on the fireplace in the living room, then you're not even trying to be, find a median that works. You're not even saying, well, let me put it in the back room. Right? You didn't say that.
Would that have been good enough? Would that have been good enough?
I don't know in that situation. I'm just saying, but once you put it on the mantle, you're saying, F you, I'm not hearing you at all. I'm going to do what I want to do. So it's okay for me now to do what I want to do as well. Because you didn't even, like I said, if I think she'd have put somewhere to the side, it might be a little different. But I don't want to come home and see it. Why do I want to see it? Right? I don't need to see it. So again, there's not always a time where we can meet and come to, but where is the compromise? The compromise isn't putting it in my living room when I already told you I don't want to hear it all. So you're really playing in my face. Mm-hmm. Now you got an empty vase.
Okay, but then set it outside of the door, but don't pour it out.
No.
That's just harsh.
No.
You didn't have to do that.
Why are you not respecting that man and what he felt when you put it there when I asked you not to? You don't respect what he feels. You're talking about her feelings again. She didn't respect his feelings when she put it there. He come home from a hard day at work, the boss on his back, he's tired. He sit down and watch the game and he look up and see that.
She had it on the mantle?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you see Ernest in the urn.
Mm-hmm. That's so mean.
And now you're upset, and now you do what you do, right? Because now we're both playing in each other's face at this point, right? I think it's both petty for you to put it there because you should have put it somewhere maybe where it wasn't on display. You wanted him on display in my home. You want another nigga on display in my home? No, don't think so.
So they weren't in alignment anyway, clearly. So
wait, they weren't in alignment because one thing is wrong, so everything is right in a relationship. If you don't align 100%, it don't work.
No, that's a major misalignment.
Because I don't want you earning the house.
I said on both sides. That's a major misalignment.
How's it a major misalignment on his side? Not to want to earn in his
pour it out there, or you keep ignoring that. He could have said it out, but to pour it out,
you're ignoring being in the house. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vaughn. You got it.
Because you're ignoring the fact that she bought it in the house.
Okay,
he said
that was disrespectful. I heard
stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there.
And so we're talking about the same situation with the sex thing.
Right.
Do you get vindictive back? Because that's not good for your relationship. So both of y'all are saying you don't want to be in it. So what's the problem? Why even fight about stuff where you both don't want to be in a relationship?
Hold on, brother.
Hold on. We didn't say we don't want to be in it. We saying we have an issue that we can't agree on.
But you're being disrespectful to each other. I would never advise a couple who want to be in a relationship with each other to be disrespectful to each other.
Thank you.
Right. Oh, so you're never disrespectful to anybody? It never happens. It happens sometimes. Get the fucking earnings off my thing.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to.
No. I'm saying things happen in time. When she put it there, she might not have thought it was disrespectful.
He told her.
Her intent, but her intent still might have not been disrespect. She might have thought, well, maybe he'll get over it, right?
What?
And then his response was,
disrespect.
I gotta show you. No, I gotta show you. I told you already. So now that wasn't enough for me to tell you. We probably argued about it before. You still want to play in my face.
Yep.
Now you got an empty vase. It happens.
Yep.
So I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that, when you do something like that, well, what should have happened? He should have, baby, I really don't want that on there. Could you please? Again, can I please?
So she could have turned up. So she could have turned up to 1,000 and got crazy in there. This is my house, and she could did the whole Ruth thing, put her glasses on and her hair in the ponytail.
No, you know what Ruth would have done? But no,
exactly. Right
no, she could have mixed it in his spaghetti, but she didn't. So she
You don't want him in your house. Now he in your body.
Now he in your body.
You heard
boy.
it, right? You heard it, right, Daryl? You heard it,
Now
right?
your eyes, now you looking like him. Now. Yeah, this could have gone way south. Now let's talk about this respectfully.
You know what? It could have gone south, Vaughn, and they're right. And when I would be at my side joint, we would talk about this. Like, I can't believe you put that in my spaghetti.
Here we go.
I can't believe that. Put it in my spaghetti.
In your
My
spaghetti.
side joint be saying, "You want me to get at him?"
Hello.
Yep, I quit.
Right.
Hello.
You probably jump in.
Hey, jump in. What you got, man? Hello. Who's this?
Hey, how's it going? My name Blue Jones.
Hey, what's up, Blue?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What do you got for us?
I'm calling. I'm listening in, and I hear y'all talk about an eye for an eye.
Okay.
And now you got touched on the spiritual part of it. An eye for an eye.
Okay.
Tooth for a tooth.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Old Testament, it talks about eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
It definitely does.
But then in the New Testament, it talks about grace.
Turn the other cheek.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that we don't have, right? In the sense where the man dumped the ashes, that was vengeance. That
we
wasn't.
agree. We agree to that.
That
right.
wasn't. Yeah, that was true revenge. And there's no grace in that. There's no forgiveness in that, even though she overstepped an emotional boundary. So in that state, in that instance where she overstepped an emotional boundary, he must sit her down. Remember, in marriage, you turn, instead of turning outward, you turn inward to God. So at that moment, you pray for that woman with your woman, and you let her know how that affected you and how that could have a lasting impact on your marriage to have emotional baggage coming along with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then look for God for guidance as far as to what y'all do next. Because the question that you always got to ask your significant other is, if you and I are at a stalemate and we cannot come to an agreement, how do we make the decision?
Right.
Well, that's when you'll find out about the person you're with in that moment.
Right. If they respect the headship or not, right?
And at that point, it says, and then you go back to the spiritual part where it would say, woman turn to man, man turn to God.
Right.
Not that the woman doesn't have, that the woman doesn't have equal say.
Right.
But it is truly under his leadership, and his leadership is set forth by God.
Right.
I don't want to hold up too much.
No, you're good.
No, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
good
you for that
contribution.
comment.
I would just say one thing: there is a rightful vengeance, because when Jesus storehouse turning over the tables when they were doing that was pouring out the urn. I'm only kidding.
Understand the difference. Listen, though, I always tell people though, understand the difference between justice and vengeance.
Absolutely.
Big difference.
Right.
Yes.
Hey, great call. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Let me go back to listening.
All right. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you.
Somebody had to bring some calm to this, man. Because
And that's the other thing too. What is driving this marriage? Is it a does religion is it led by anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would help a lot to lead some of these decisions, depending on what your beliefs are, what you believe, right? So Jesus said, "Let the dead bury the dead." So it shouldn't even be there. But I'm just saying. That boy, good, Eddie. He got something for everything. No.
Lord.
He definitely is right. I think we do need relationships based on something. If it's just based off the two people, it's easy for morals and values to switch and swing because you're just basing it off yourself. If you're basing it off a higher power, Jesus or whatever the case may be, you should have a code to live by, right? You should have a covenant to respect, and that would help a lot in some of these circumstances.
No, I gotta pray, man. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. I gotta pray. A whole lot of lights went
right?
off
Because women said, "How can I look to you when you looking at the dirt?"
Literally.
I gotta get together.
Pray, Vaughn. Pray.
Leave me alone, Wolf. Me and you still ain't cool.
What are you doing if someone does something to you at work? They steal your sharpener. You still there, sharpener? What do you can we
Oh, that's petty.
I haven't prayed yet, so this is gonna go somewhere.
Well, I have a better. Well, let's talk about work first, and then I have a question.
Okay, Doc, go jump to yours.
Go ahead, Doc.
What do we tell our children?
Oh, I tell my children, you hit her, they hit you, hit them back.
Light their ass up.
If they punch you, you hit them with a block. Like you always one up. That's what I tell my daughter.
It's not an eye for an eye. Get both their eyes. Try to hit them in the nose and the mouth.
Oh,
an eye for blindness.
You gonna be able to do your homework, Johnny? Not
right. It's tough, right? Because I do tell don't let anybody put their hands on her. I don't want you starting anything. I don't care what they say to you. Just don't. If someone puts their hands on you, you put your hands on them. And once you start engaging, you don't disengage until a teacher pulls you off. Not another student, a teacher. When they get involved, then you stop. Other than that, I and that's right now. And I don't know what I'm gonna tell her as they get older.
But no message. Oh, I'm sorry, Doc.
No, go ahead.
But back in the day, I remember saying that piece, Daryl, after you tried to get an adult intervention, try to get help first.
Who told you that nonsense? Oh, you just got beat up, huh? Because while you're trying to get adult help, you're getting punched in the back of the head trying to get adult help.
I play the bongos.
No, try to get a teacher involved, and if there's nobody around, then of course you got to defend yourself. But try to get help.
Then you a snitch.
I ain't never been told that. I was told you hit me, I'm hit you right back. I ain't gonna take a second. Like, hold on, wait 1 second. I'm gonna get somebody. I'm gonna see if Miss Judy can help out. Hell no, Miss Judy better get over here and break us up.
Yep.
Maybe because they went to a Quaker school. That was our first level in a Quaker school.
Hey, check this out. I saw this. I thought it was very interesting. What are you guys going to do with this question? Go ahead.
Bro, wife and I are divorcing because I got her frenemy pregnant. Wife agreed I could live in the basement until I find a place. The walls are thin. I hear her with a male friend, and she was never wild and loud with me. I'm dying inside. What do I do?
Okay, I thought
what do you do, James?
What do you do?
That's fine, Leah. We can stop there. We're going to see what will we do. How do we handle the situation?
Right?
How do we handle the situation?
Get your own place, man.
You're a friend of me.
Okay, so what if it's the other way around and she's now the one who did it and she's in the basement? So we're gonna go both ways because you always want to try to act like
she needs to get her own place.
Get her own place too.
So let's bring it to today. A lot of people, I've heard this a lot, where people who got divorces had to stay together because they couldn't leave. Financially, they couldn't leave.
Then
you gotta
literally. I was talking to a girl right now. She was like,
"No, I've heard of it. I
met this guy. He's great. And he was always coming from New York to see me, but I could never go to New York. And then he found out he's living in his basement. Him and his wife got divorced. And the same thing, the wife got a new boyfriend, and he got to see the new boyfriend around his kids, and he don't like it. So until he can find save enough money to move out, things are so expensive. So this is something that is happening.
So you don't cheat until you got money saved to get your own place.
Right. Let me write that down.
Hold on, man.
Hold on.
You have enough funds to cheat.
That's right. You don't have enough money to cheat.
Right. You know what, Doc? I'm with you. You need a cheap one. If you ain't got enough money-
First last month.
Before like, we're supposed to have like 6 to 7 months of rent saved up.
And then
6 to 7 months plus another 7 months for the cheating fund.
good advice, Doc. Good advice.
Why are you working all this overtime? I got plans.
Wow. I think that would really break. Well, first of all, I just bang on the wall. Like, hey, somebody try to sleep. I'm interrupting all that. We ain't having that going on. I'm banging on the wall.
I'm throwing water under the door.
Hey, say again, Leanne.
What if they continue regardless?
I'm gonna be over there naked at the door, like my turn.
Yep.
Wow.
I was here before you.
Let me show you what it really do.
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Well, he said she was never loud with me.
Right?
That's because she's doing that on purpose. She's just being spiteful.
It might be.
I think she's doing it because she's getting something she wasn't getting.
Couldn't wait to put this in the basement.
He needed to give her what she needed. That would be crazy. I would be very upset, lose my mind.
I would just live in the car.
I would have to live in my car. Yeah, I would have to. I'd have to, or I'd be on Channel 6 News because I couldn't do. I couldn't.
First time I heard it, I'd be outside on the ground. Move on, you know the position. We've done this several times before. Ruth, I'm never eating spaghetti from your crib.
I don't even make spaghetti.
No lasagna, nothing.
First of all,
no.
Raj is still alive, so don't put that on Ruth, okay?
Right.
Thank you.
Don't do that to Raj, all right? Jeez. But if he's not around, we ain't eating at your house.
Right.
That's all right. He'll be on my necklace. It'll be safe.
Okay.
So think about it. I wonder if someone cheats on you and you have to keep them in that. Wow, that's crazy. That's got to be like hell on earth. That you really got yourself like cheating really got you messed up.
Yeah, that's not.
I could never, ever do that.
Like you really effed your life up for real. Like
I'd be in the shelter.
Yeah, I couldn't say that. I would have to go. I would be, and then it would be arguing all the time. Like you making all that goddamn noise. What's wrong with you? Yes, man.
Snap and suck a punch.
And so you wouldn't just bring your own person downstairs to the basement with you?
So this is one, Doc, that's really not going to help me because I hear you.
That's your eye for an eye, though, right?
Wait, nah.
Her eye is worse than mine. She's doing that one. Can't even do that. Just every pump and then you see the nigga, he all built and stuff. You like, oh, this is crazy. Like, if you out of shape, he look and say if he's younger too, he like 27. He all in shape. Like this is the third time he going that night. Like, go to sleep.
Take your young ass to sleep.
Right. And even if I bring some over, I only got maybe one and a half at best.
She gonna go. She gonna be like, I gotta get some water. Next thing you know, she gone. Damn.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah, definitely that. Hey, fellas, don't cheat. If you, like I said, if you can't afford to think about it, if you can't afford to cheat, damn, you can get yourself. You can be in. Woo, that would be terrible. That's hell. That's like hell on earth.
What? Nah, I couldn't do that, bro. I couldn't do that. In no way, shape, or form.
People are forced to be in these situations.
I'm like, listen, you better go get a motel because if you bring a dude across this door, I got pit bulls. I'm gonna make this dog bite this nigga. Go ahead. You can bring. Go ahead, bring him in.
So, but that would be my question too. Like, if you already have this mouse in here, you wasn't right for me anyway. You was for the streets,
right?
You were already in the streets.
Yeah, you can't talk about her. We're talking about her. You know, we're talking about her.
Wow.
There she is. Look.
Well, I was right to be in the street. Look at her already. You know, I just cheated. Not even 2 weeks ago, she got another dude in the house. That's not okay.
He probably didn't been it.
It could be worse. It could be worse. She could be doing that with your best friend.
No, she could be doing it with 2 or 3 friends.
Mm-hmm.
But couldn't you go stay with your side joint for a little bit?
Like, where are them guys going?
You should be able to stay with your side joint for a little bit, just for a little
Side
bit.
joints are not to be kept, right?
I said to stay there until you figure out your money.
That would make her main. What are we talking about? Side joints are meant to be met, not kept. You just meet them out and keep it moving.
No, she would be keeping you for a short
Hear
time.
that side joint? Well, they know.
Right.
You don't stay on the side joint.
You lose her.
Like that.
No.
You don't mess up a good thing trying to stay there.
You're right. She leaves.
Well, you better get some earplugs.
No, yeah.
I'm working the third shift again. I'm never coming home.
Every night you work, you're doing that's terrible. See, women are really the terrible ones because she would do that, right? What kind of woman would do that to a man, right? Being there making all that noise, knowing the other man is down there.
Woman that we're talking about.
No, she's thou are loose woman.
Keep full of scriptures, thou art loose.
Yo. Damn Jezebel. Let her go.
That's tough. But no, I think with that one, really, like Doc said, hey fellas, listen, we got to seriously. If you're going to cheat, have a fun together to get you somewhere to stay. All right.
You're not an old school to how they used to do it. They would keep an apartment on the other side of town. Always have that other apartment over there. And that's what they would do. That's the old heads, man.
I think for me, what I would do, and I'm not really a cheater, but if I cheated and she tried to kick me out, are we telling business? You want to tell business?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, I was just checking. Just checking. So if I cheated, you know, and she tried to kick me out, first I'm not leaving, right? Because you can't kick me out. And I'm gonna get in bed. I'm gonna sleep in the bed. And get in bed every night. Get in bed. You don't gotta stay here. You can leave. I'm gonna be in our bedroom.
Yeah.
So she wanna go in the basement? Go ahead. You and that dude can go in the basement. And I'm just gonna flood it and lock the door.
Yep.
But yeah, I wouldn't leave. I would just stay in the bed. She can't kick me anywhere. I cheated. We're gonna get through this. Doc, we gotta work through this. I'm gonna try to be better.
Okay.
Too late for that.
So what you're saying is a man can't make a mistake? A man not
talking about grace
every now and then by mistake?
A mistake or mistakes?
Okay, let's just say a mistake. I mean, a mistake. Come on, none of us is perfect.
People work through that. People work through a mistake.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's perfect.
The problem is
unless you do it to me.
Oftentimes, the person that makes the mistake don't want to go through what they may consider the headache of making it right.
Oh, okay.
Right, because I think once you accept me back, we just move on. We can't keep bringing that up.
Right, of course.
We can't. Like, if we're gonna move forward, let's just move forward.
It's like
Keep the past in the past, right? I agree to that. I don't think that we should keep bringing this up. You know what I mean? Every time I go somewhere, I gotta hear where you been at. Let me see your phone. Like, we don't need to do that, right?
Might be it might be what they need though to stay.
Right, to stay on course.
Right. Okay. Well, I can get a phone for her just for her that she can hold. That not my real phone.
2 phones.
Not my real phone.
There you go, moving all funky. Even though you talk about you want to be here,
right?
Doc, I want to be here, but I need my peace too. I can't let you disturb my peace with your insecurity.
Wow. that reminds me of the little meme that they show with the cat walking in the room, talking about walk in, mess stuff up, and walk back out. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Listen, Doc, we don't
tearing up stuff.
Listen, I understand that I had a little indiscretion, and I'm sorry, baby. And I won't do it again.
That reminds me of something that Halle Berry just brought up about Eric Benet when his first indiscretion with her. And how she was willing to work it out. She's like, tell me how I can make the marriage better. Maybe it was my part. Maybe I was away too often. And then he finally admitted, as she was talking about how can we work this out, about the other ones and the other ones. And so it wasn't one indiscretion. It was so many women that she had to walk away.
Do you believe that was true?
I do believe that.
Listen, you believe it? So the 9 other men that she was with that didn't work out, it was.
No, this was in her marriage to Eric Benet in 2000.
I'm saying she was married more than one time. None of them worked.
I know that.
So none of them worked. So she's telling this story to make it look like she's the victim.
No, but he was one of her first husbands. Am I right?
One of her first husbands, like
I mean, come on,
no, because he broke her. Let's just say he probably broke her so bad.
Oh my God.
Okay, that maybe after that it got worse for
Let me ask you a question. What is it about Halle Berry that make Negroes not want to stay with her? The white boy gave her up. The Negroes gave her up. What is it about her?
I don't really know.
Why are we still talking about men are the issue when obviously there's only one constant in her life?
Her women that he had indiscretions with. Nobody's talking about.
He's in a loving relationship now with no. I think he is. I think he's in a loving relationship now. I think he's good.
So how is it that you have Halle Berry and it's not
beautiful woman,
and it's not? It's Halle Berry,
and no man wants to keep her. No man.
He got that hot potato. I can't hold this.
No man wants her.
She's in a happy relationship now.
No, she not.
I doubt it.
She's with Van.
Yeah. Yes.
She with who?
And they've been together for a minute.
Van doing well, it appears.
Van
so she wait, time out, Vaughn. Wait, I'm sorry. So she's in a happy relationship now when she just kissed Adrian Brody, whatever his name is, the white boy on the carpet when she wants to reenact what she did.
Oh, they were just playing around with the reenactment.
Okay. So can you play around like that in your relationship? Anybody on here?
I don't have that to reenact. Thank goodness.
No, excuse me. I don't care about reenacting. Can you go and put your lips on somebody else for whatever reason to play around?
Well, she does it for a living. That's part of her job.
And
a lot of times, I mean, even I'm just thinking of these award shows where they act out these things, kissing other women and kissing other men and saying they love somebody. I think it's part of the act.
I get that in a movie where you're getting paid and this is what you're doing in the script. But when I walk up to you, tell your wife, sorry, I got to do this, and then kiss this man on his mouth, that doesn't represent me. This ain't no movie. I don't know what you're bugging. That would have been the last.
The cameras.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I said, did they do it for the cameras?
I think
it was on the red carpet. So I guess he did it back in the day to her when she was with another man and whatever. And now she came and she wanted to do it now.
Yeah, the reenactment.
But it wasn't. You were doing it on the red carpet. You weren't doing it on the podium like they did it before. So again, I wouldn't want my woman doing it. Fair enough, you have to do it in a movie, right? And that's your job. I'm with it. I have no problem with that, right? This is not, you didn't get paid for this. This wasn't, this to me says you don't respect us because you didn't have to do that. You chose to do that.
Well, her man didn't care. So that people have different understandings in their relationships.
Ruth, how do you know he didn't care, Ruth?
He didn't seem to care because they're still like together.
They're still like what?
Posting stuff together.
Thank you.
Okay, and we know what's posted is false 99% of the time anyway.
Okay.
We know this posting is really for, like you guys said.
Well, that's all we know about celebrities anyway. What they present to us.
But we've learned behind the scenes. For a lot of people, it's not that. You know, for a lot of people, it's not what they're posting. It is for some, but it's a lot more that we don't see. This, you know, we see more, and it comes out later. Like for the last 10 years, we lived in separate houses. We didn't like each other. She snaked, you know. Because at one point, like you said, Eric and her had a relationship that was posted all over and was looked at as something. And then they break up. He's like, I want money for my daughter. That's not yours. And it gets crazy, right?
Yeah, that's celebrity life. True.
Right. So, but I think that I would be upset if my wife did that, right? No different than in the last thing.
Different life.
Yep. Different rules in there.
Right. Rules are we're going to be separated soon. Like all of that. It's kind of like when Jonathan Majors, when Michael Ealy picked up Megan Gooden when he gave her a hug in front of him. And I was like, whoa, whoa, player.
Right. And you see Michael, you seen his face like,
and they tried to make it seem like he didn't greet him, but they didn't show that he had greeted him first.
Right. But that
better not put my woman.
You think that mattered? You think like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Come here, girl. Oh, you pick me up like a baby? No, thank you. I would have knocked you both down. There's certain things that you don't do, I think, to respect your partner in a relationship.
Well, we know y'all pouring out urn ashes, so we know that ain't gonna work.
Right. And I'm gonna hand out a whoop ass, and if you pick my wife up,
you pick my wife up, and you know Jonathan Majors would have ran through that bull.
It's just what I'm saying. I don't think it shows respect. Now, what if he went and grabbed one of her friends eye for eye, picked her up, and gave her a hug? Right? Then it'd be like, well, you don't know her like that. Well, how do you know him?
And they did movies together, didn't they?
They were supposed to be good friends. Yeah, they did a lot of movies together. Right.
I bet.
Now, how many of your good friends pick you up when you hug them?
Huh?
And you're little.
Wait a minute, say that again. I didn't hear you. Say that again.
How many of your friends pick you up and hug you? And you're little, so you get picked up.
I don't have any friends like that.
Right. Ain't no friends like that. They don't exist.
And this is making me think. I'm trying to think about my birthday party. Did anybody pick me up? I can't remember.
They hugged you up, but
everybody hugged me up.
You get the hugs. Hey, girl, happy birthday.
Yeah, because she was looking good, so they hugged her up.
I got hugged up.
If I see your little feet in the air, we would have had a problem. You know what I mean? We'd have had a problem.
The red dress party, that was hey.
Yeah, we had a problem.
Soles of your shoes.
Red dress party was something. Yes.
Hey, red dress means eye for eye. Hey, look, let's get out of here. Hey, we want to thank everybody for joining this week. I don't know. Eye for eye sometimes is okay, I guess. You know, you pick what eye you want to put out on somebody. But hey, let's again, it's getting warm. We're gonna try to do something to get everybody together. We're gonna get it together soon, and we're gonna get these got a couple things coming up. Hopefully we'll get some pictures so we can get fellas maybe get a date. Maybe if we ever get the pictures, no.
This is not posting pictures.
I know
like, what
gonna happen. But hey, as always, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Please go to our Nothing But Answers YouTube page. Like, subscribe, share. Please do your best. The Facebook group is growing. Please continue to go on the Facebook group and say
hi.
It's like two of me right there. It's crazy.
Now she's cuter.
I agree. I agree.
He don't know if we ever gonna get any pictures.
Ever get a picture.
First, you need to find some men.
We gotta show them what they're going to be first.
For you to look at.
Right, you have to earn those pictures.
That sounds just like Doc.
Ma'am, we going fishing.
What'd you say there, Vaughn?
That sounds just like you.
Oh, look at the live. It's like Doc is a ventriloquist, like she's throwing her voice across the room. She's like,
well, look at that. Y'all go over there, play around.
A lot of many me's.
That's Doc.
Hey,
stop playing with me. I actually been taking good pictures. I've been doing playing my part. I've been looking nice. I've been making sure my stuff is together. But I'm like, what the heck I'm sending you pictures for? For you to put me
So
on
we can
background?
put them out there
What
so
you
people know what is on the table. Okay, we setting the table, and then they, like they said, if you post it, they will come.
You need some viable candidates first. Show her at least 3
Oh my God.
possibilities first.
But ain't nobody showing nothing till we see what we getting. You know, men are visual. We are visual. We need to see something to do something. Show us something, and I guarantee you post it and they will come.
Wow.
So
I'm just gonna leave the room now.
thank you. Leave some pictures now. How about that? You know. So, but anyway, hey, go to our YouTube page, go to our Facebook page. Both Nothing But the Answers. Like, subscribe, send your friends, please. Everything is growing. Keep it going, guys. We want our community to grow and grow and grow. And we might get pictures sometimes. I don't know, fellas. It's like, you see Doc? It's like a younger Doc, so it's crazy. So just think about that. That's like a picture right there. You know what I mean? But all right, y'all. Have a good night. Leanne, do your thing. Hit that button.
Bye.
Good night.